Lagos is very, very traumatic place to like even think about. Existing there is just, why don't you like Semo? That's the next question. I don't know, it just has something to do with me not primarily enjoying suffering, fun, till I do more scans, or fingers crossed. The next one is, how did you meet Mahmoud? Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad I'm finally recording this video. I'm trying to make this a habit where I ask you a question at the end of the month and I answer them, and then it comes out the first week of the next month so that we all get caught up. Anyway, I asked you guys to ask me a few questions on Instagram. I'm trying to answer all of the questions even though they are a ton. Okay, I have a meeting in a bit. I'm going to go to a client I'm working with. Going to be working with, actually, I think you may probably see in the next Instagram post that I make. And this is also the thing, I'm actually working with a lot of brands right now, so if you are interested in working together, please send me an email or a DM. All right, the first question goes, skincare routine. How is this? It's literally one of my most asked questions. I'm in the process of filming a skincare video. It's going to come out very soon, I think in like 2 weeks or a week. I cannot remember. It's so hot, I'm sweating, right? You can see how hot it is in Abuja. The next one is, how did you meet Mahmoud? I've started to give up on love. You are a motivation though. I met Mahmoud on Twitter. We met on Twitter. The full how we met video, we'll sit down and film it together, but we have somewhat of that on our podcast, so you may want to check out our podcast. It's going to be, you know, it's going to be right here, Coffee, Life and whatever, but one of these days we're going to film the video. How long have you been with Mahmoud before getting married? We've been dating for, I think, a year and a half. Oh, no, actually, almost 2 years. So like a year and 8 months or 9 months before we then got married. Where are you from? I am from Sokoto State, actually. I think a lot of people know this though. Can you open up about your cancer and health issues? I'm sending you a lot of love, having known that. Yes, actually, this is no problem. I just have somewhat of a difficulty talking about it, even with my closest people. Honestly, even with anybody, because it was such a traumatic time in my life that I was just going at a speed of light, like doing everything that I need to do to make sure that I'm all right, but not really taking care of myself. So as a result, I had a really, really mental crash down. Basically, I was seeing a therapist. I'm even going to go back seeing a therapist I think in a couple of weeks too, because I took a break from it a little bit. But I'm going to go back seeing a therapist. So it was just like really, really tough. I had a nasopharyngeal malignant tumor and it was horrific. But we did chemo, and with chemo, I'm currently in remission. I don't know. It was certainly one of the toughest times in my life. And I mean, aside of my paralysis, I was paralyzed at some point in my life when I was living with my parents. I had a tumor that was encouraged and it was causing my paralysis. I was half paralyzed. So aside of that experience, this was one of the toughest times of my life, and it was last year. So yeah, that was that. Whew, all right, moving on. May Allah grant you and everybody else that is sick, Shifa. Thank you so much. Amin. Hey, where did you get your locks done, please? I got it done. I have a loctician in Gwarimpa. I also have a loctician in Wuse. And I have a loctician in Sokoto State, so it depends on where I am, honestly, but all of these people are very good. I will answer this question properly in my locks video. I said I'm going to answer a lot of these locks questions on my upcoming locks video. I've locked my hair for a bit, so I'm going to do I think I've put the question tag, but if you have further questions, because this is going to come out first before I even film the locks video, so if you have further questions, feel free to just send them as a DM. I will soft through them, or have somebody soft through them for me, and I will answer them together. Do you get? So that's fine. The next one is not a question, but I love how cute your smile is. Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I love compliments. Why don't you like Semo? That's the next question. I don't know, it just has something to do with me not primarily enjoying suffering in a bit. Oh, subhanallah, subhanallah, did you just hear that? They just turned on the gen. Another person just turns on. The thing is, we are suffering from lack of electricity, lack of majority of things, but I'm going to go through this video, so please, I apologize for the noise. Oh God. Nigeria, please God see us through this. So yeah, I don't primarily enjoy suffering, and that's why Semo has never really been my thing. The next one is dreadlocks video, please. It's coming out soon, I promise. When are the podcast back? Miss the insights and reflections. So the first podcast is back. My unfiltered with Side I'm trying to restructure this. You know, this is the first place where I talk through my ideas with you. So I am doing the podcast, you know, in a sense that I'm doing it now by myself. My unfiltered with Side that is. So please go on and check it out. However, now there are a lot of people that I find personally inspiring. I am going to like have them on the podcast as well. So we're in that process of like trying to film them, like record them, because I'm not going to film everybody. I'm going to film some bits of everybody and then upload that bit on YouTube. It's going to be, the idea is just really, I don't know. It's blowing my mind out. So I'm going to do that. It's going to be back. The Unfiltered Satire is going to be back next month, inshallah. Whereas Coffee Life and whatever, it's already back. Like the first episode of season 2 is out, and the next episode we're going to film, because it will film like, you know, as things are occurring in our lives, not like together all at once. So yeah, that's pretty fun on the podcast front. What if you end up having kids that like Semo? By the way, hate Semo as well. Inshallah, I will not have kids that like Semo, because I know that my kids are not going to enjoy suffering, because they wouldn't see suffering as something that will be like something that is put on a pedestal in their household. None of us enjoy suffering. Mahmoud also does not actually like Semo. I thought he did, but he was joking with me. So neither of us eat Semo, which is really good. I'm going to write a piece on this about him, you know, reversing his liking Semo front. So yeah. Somebody asked, how is married life? Do you miss Fatima? Fatima is my sister. Married life is going great, and yes, I do miss Fatima, but not in the sense that I miss her now that I'm married, because as you know that I was living by myself even before I got married. So yes, I miss her in that I am even thinking of going to Sokoto this March. I'm not quite sure if it's going to happen. I wanted to go before Ramadan, but yeah, I miss her. I miss a lot of people in Sokoto, actually. By a lot of people, I mean my dad and my mom and my brother. Oh, and my aunt. Another question says, skincare, please. You guys, it's actually going to come. I am not even joking with you. What is your favorite place to live in Nigeria? It has been Abuja. I mean, I haven't been quiet about this. So yeah, Abuja for me, it's always like the more conducive place to live in Nigeria, because Lagos cannot be it. Lagos can only be like for a few days and come back, but Lagos is very, very traumatic place to like even think about. Existing there is just really chaotic for me, and it's not going to happen, inshallah. How is married life? I will be getting married soon. I am so scared. I am so sorry about that. Married life has been pretty much a learning curve, like I said, because if you're used to like being a lot by yourself, like, you know, living alone and all of that type of stuff, it's definitely going to be like a learning curve. So it's still that. I mean, it's another whole human being with a whole another perspective. So like it's been a learning experience getting to live with somebody. I think it's going to be that for a couple of months until like you then finally settle in the idea of a new environment, because it's a lot of unknowns. It's another place. It's not my apartment. It's another apartment that is entirely different. So even just that is going to be a different change, and I don't take it to change very well. So that, and also like living with another human being, I have never had to do that. Like even with my siblings, we've always like had separate everything in rooms, separate everything literally. So this is a very interesting, experiment this couple of months, but it's been, alhamdulillah, to be honest, it's been really good too. Like it's been really good. That's that. I think I'm going a lot too much into it, but you asked the question, so What are your 2020 to-do list, like goals you want to achieve. I do have this. It's also a video that I am almost done writing. So you know how I write my videos, like the ones that I do, like 5 things I learned about being paralyzed and all of that. So I mean, there's that video. I'm going to put it somewhere there. So like it's that with this video too. I'm filming it. I mean, there are some goals that I wanted to achieve that I've already achieved in 2020, which is crazy. And then there are some goals that feel so far away from me that I don't think I'm going to achieve. So if you are interested in that video, please feel free to subscribe if you are not subscribed, and turn on the post notification, and you'll be the first person to know when it's out. Skincare video, please, I'm begging you. It will be out, even though honestly I have very, very good genes, but I do take care of my skin. And this is the thing, I feel as though when the minute you hit that 25 age range upwards, like you really need to be intentional about your skincare. If it's not even 25, to be honest, I think I started to notice that, like, even with good genes, you need to start taking care of your skin from like my late 23 up until this. So like, yeah, good genes play a significant role in it, but still you need to be intentional about it, like with most things in life. So it's really not rocket science, but I will share my skin routine inshallah soon. Do you think social media has ever impacted your mental health in a negative or positive way? Yes, it has tremendously affected my mental health in a negative way, and it has affected my mental health in a somewhat positive direction, in that, you know, I think it's tricky. Okay, let me break it down for you. I think it's tricky because with social media, you're always trying not to play the comparison game in your head, but somehow it always just creeps in. Even when you're not thinking about it, it's like a subconscious game. And I try to be very deliberate. There was a time in my life, I think you know this because I documented that, where I wouldn't even check my phone until I finish what I'm doing, my to-do list for the day. And still, I don't spend a lot of time on social media at all. Like, I try my best to just upload a picture and get out of there. I am not the best. I know that my work generally is social media, especially right now, but a lot of times when I'm not working, I prefer to not be on social media because it has a tendency to really affect you significantly, especially negatively, mental health wise. And if you know anything about me, is that I guard my peace with everything. I put barricades around people that are not peaceful, or like anything that could distract from my mental health, and I find social media to be quite tricky in that way. Please, can you do a discount on small businesses? I did that this first week of March, but more times are tough, and really influencers and YouTubers are working significantly hard, and personally I believe I deserve to be paid. Do you understand? Because if I put in an amount of work into what you're getting, I believe I deserve to be paid. And I am very considerate. Like, people that have worked with me or have asked for my rate card, I'm very considerate with my rate cards and what I charge. So yes, as much as I do that for small businesses, I also feel as though if you are not able to hire an influencer, put that money into the work that you do, like your small business. So I feel that strongly when it comes to this. If you are a small business and you know that you cannot afford to put to hire influencers to market your stuff, that's very all right. Just put that money that you have into like your business to build it further. So when you build it further, you can then afford to hire influencers and pay them well as well, and they will do what you need them to do. Do you understand? But yeah, all things considered, I plan to do another one ending of this March as well, or first week of April. So hey, I'm almost 18 years old, getting married anytime. Any tips? Yeah, just make sure that you get married to the right person, to your person. I mean, it's difficult to know who the right person is, but like, there's this things that love is not everything. Well, trust me, it's not going to be the above and beyond. It takes more than love to make marriage work, and I've only been married for like a few months, but it takes more than that. It really takes, even with dating scene, like it takes more than that to be in a committed, it takes more than love to be in a committed relationship. Yeah, so like, you really want to think about your values. Do they align with this person that you want to, you know, end up spending the rest of your life with? Are you capable of making this decision right now? Do you have other things that you tend to right now? I think you need to be very you know, almost brutal in looking after yourself, and also very honest with yourself in answering these questions, so that you don't make a terrible mistake. Because getting married to somebody that is not your person, that is somebody that your values don't align, I think it can be very, very devastating down the road, and I think can have a horrible impact on your life, generally speaking. So making this huge decision, I think, is something that you really need to think logically about, and yeah, if it makes sense to you, then you go on and do it. What camera do you use? Your video quality is so good, and I'm looking to get one soon. Thank you so much. I use the Canon 750D. I have used it for so long, and it is one of my favorite cameras to use. I really like your personality. May your marriage be amongst the best and your greatest blessings. Allahu Mubarak. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Please, do you have any dreadlock plug in Katsina? No, I do not, actually. I've never been to Katsina, so no. What are you doing for a living? I'm thinking this person is asking like a primary job aside of the work that I do on YouTube. Well, I get paid on YouTube. I do influencer gigs. For now, these are the only ones that I do, because I resigned from my job last year. It was coupled with my medical stuff, but also coupled with a lot of other things that I am not in the best mental capacity to deal with, work related. So I had to just resign and get it over with. So when I'm able to talk about that experience with my 8 to 6, then I will. But for right now, I'm not interested in that. So that was what happened. I was working in a communications department in a school, and I was also teaching child psychology. So that was that. So right now, honestly, the job thing, I am currently looking for remote jobs, because I don't want to work from an office anymore, ever. And I want something that I can just go and have a meeting. I did have that. The first video, I think you watched a video where I did a contract job for tech. It was a tech firm, but the contract ended in February as well, so it wasn't a full-time gig. I'm currently looking for remote jobs, basically, and I am learning UX and UI design, because apparently I'm very good at it. I didn't know, because I know I do a lot of design work. Even with my last job, I was doing a lot of design work, and I'm pretty good at it. So a friend like that works in tech industry, like, she kind of pivoted my way into that, and I really am enjoying learning UX and UI. I'm currently learning UX though. It's been very fascinating, and yeah, that's that. It's also exciting because, I don't know, yeah, it's really exciting. I just really like that. So that is what I do for a living right now, is YouTube and influencer gig. Oh, somebody asked, how is your school going? Are you almost done? Yes, inshallah, my school is going great. Finishing my second degree in a couple of months. I'm very, very excited about that. So yeah, it is fascinating. Sadia, when are you getting my artwork? You get it soon, my love. So I also paint on the side. I think people that follow me on Instagram know this. I'm very private about that bit of my life, but I do commission pieces where I paint, and people pay me to paint. So this person, I say that I'm still on matrimonial leave. So I haven't completed the commissions. You get them, inshallah. This one, you get it next week, my love. And then the other one, because I hope my friend Ade is not watching this, because he has also commissioned me to finish the other piece. You get that one when you get that one, my love. Perfume collection. I do not have an elaborate perfume collection, because, well, I don't. I have some perfume, but I don't think it's an elaborate collection that you guys will need to see, so I don't think I'm going to do that. You promised us a dreadlock video. Yes, I did, my love, but not right now. Oh god, these are a lot of questions. I think I'm only going to take 3 more, and then I'll end this, because, honey, I can't answer them all, and I'm also almost late for a work meeting, so I have to go. Hello dear, how are you doing? Please, I wanted to ask you, if you don't mind, what type of cancer did you have, and how are you doing right now? Oh, thank you so much. I had an esophageal malignant tumor, and I'm currently in remission. I wouldn't know completely if it's absolutely gone till I do more scans, but fingers crossed. So yeah. Whew, I don't like, please guys, I don't know, I'm quite triggered about this, and I don't know if I'm comfortable. This is the last time I'm going to talk about my health issue. Personally, I don't talk about it a lot. When I talk about it, and then I move on, because I don't, it's too personal for me. It takes me right back. It takes me right back, and it takes me right back, and it's something that I haven't completely dealt with mentally, and I don't want to talk about it. And I'm not going to talk about it further anymore. Another one is the last one I'm going to answer, because I actually even said 3. I'm just going to answer one and just go. If you are going to go to any country in the world, where would it be? On the top of my list has to be number 1 place I would love with all passion, because now I'm thinking about it, is New York City. I want to go to New York City. The reason I want to go to New York City is home to one of my favorite people. And no, when I say it's not a personal relationship, it's, when I say personal, I mean people that I have gotten to know with their work. Do you understand? So these are people that I have high regards for in the arts industry, and this is one of my favorite satirist's places, New York City. She lives there. Her name is Fran Lebowitz. I would love to just go. I would love to just walk on the street that she's walked. I would love to take in the history. I would love to, like, I know I wouldn't be able to like meet her one-on-one, but boy would that be amazing to like be in a lecture hall where she's like talking or something. Like, it would be amazing to experience her in person, I think. God. Yeah, so definitely New York City. This person said 3 places. New York City, and another place would definitely have to be, not thinking about it. Where do you want to go? Italy. I definitely want to go to Italy. I'm just going to say the places that I want to visit. Never mind whether it's a city or a country or whatever. I want to visit New York City. I want to visit Italy because of my really great affection for pasta. I love pasta. I could eat it. And I would also love to visit, I think it would have to be Turkey. Yeah, I would love to visit Istanbul. This is partially because of Mahmoud, honestly, because he loves Istanbul. So yeah, I would love to visit that as well. And it's very, very historic too. And so yeah, that is all of the questions I'm going to be answering, my loves. And that will be it. Thank you so much for watching this video and staying here with me. And I'm going to please like, share, subscribe, share honey, watch a lot, and share it with the rest of the majority of the universe and your friends. I love doing this. I will definitely do this again. We'll do this again next month. I'll put it up, so if you have questions to ask me, you would then ask me the questions and I would answer them, because I really love this Q&A thing. It feels good. I like it. So bye. See you again next time. Let's see you again next time. Let's slowly take it down.